Welcome back to the Mad Spiderverse. I'm Mad Spidey. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. So, whether you follow me or not, you may have realised I haven't done any pre-recorded content in the last couple of weeks. Obviously still doing my Spideys Out back on the weekends. But yeah, just life gets in the way. I've had some health stuff go on, which, you know, a few people in the community know about. But obviously, if this is your first time tuning into the channel, welcome and thank you for watching. So today is going to be another one of my collectibles show. Now, if you've never seen any of these before, basically the premise is that obviously, like, I show my books, I have a series on my art, series on my statues, but people wanted to know also what else I collect. So as the thumbnail suggests, this is going to be the movie collectible side from the Thunderbolts movie. Yes, I still haven't seen it, but doesn't mean I won't go out and hunt the you know, the popcorn tins and the drink cups and like all the special stuff that you get. So basically, yeah, this was probably a week, maybe 2 weeks ago that I actually did this. I knew, because we have two major chains of cinemas. So we have Hoyt Cinema and we also have Village Cinemas. So Hoyt's a lot easier to deal with. You could basically just go in and just say, look, I just want the popcorn tin or I just want the drink, and you could just buy them as is. Whereas Village are a pain in the ass and you have to work out all these combos and stuff and whatever if you want to try and get them all. So I knew that was going to be the hard part of it. So I did my research and I noticed, okay, Hoyt's had 2 popcorn tins and that's all they had, two different ones. Village, however, had 2 popcorn tins, a drink cup, and a popcorn / drink cup special weird looking thing, which you'll see soon anyway. So I thought this is going to be a bit of a task and it's probably going to be quite expensive. So I went to Hoyt's first, picked up the 2 popcorn tins, which I will show you right now. Alright. So, make sure I got the right lid with the right thing. Excuse me. So that's all embossed with all the characters on it there, and you can see you can just see the Thunderbolts there. It's same on both sides, and then it's got the Thunderbolts on the top. Quite often they will write, which they don't anymore. They used to have like Hoyt Cinemas on the bottom, but this is just actually just saying who actually makes these now. So, but yeah, so that's quite a nice looking popcorn tin. Nothing over the top, just a nice looking popcorn tin. And then the other one is basically a slightly, you can sort of see how the image is quite bigger on the black one. Not by much, but just by a little bit. And there's the top of it. But yeah, on the other side, you just a yellow and black with Thunderbolts written on it. Once again, that is embossed. But yeah, so they were the 2 from Hoyt Cinemas. Now, as I said, Village was a different story altogether. I was looking, like, I sort of did the rough math in my head, and I'm like, this is going to cost me about $100 to get all this. Now, the problem was, I went to the local Village Cinemas, and they're like, we've sold out of popcorn tins. And I'm like, you can't be serious. Like, the movie had been out for 3 days. There's no way in hell he had sold out. Oh yeah, we've sold out of popcorn tins. I'm like, all right. They suggested go to another one, so we went to, so this one was at Knox. We went to Glen Waverley, which is another Village Cinemas. Same deal. Oh, they've been sold out. I'm like, I said to the guy behind the counter, I said, dude, it's been out for 3 days. How can you sell out? And he's like, I don't know, we just don't have any. And I'm just like, well, that So I didn't want to just keep driving around. And it's not something you can just order or check stock online or You know, they couldn't even check if anybody had any without physically ringing each one, say, have you got them, have you got them? There was no, so I just said, screw it, let's not bother with it. I've got what I got, and we'll just leave it at that. And I saved myself, however my, you know, $50, $60, whatever it was. So I did pick up a little bit, as I said, at the Knox Village Cinemas. So I was able to pick up the drink cup, which has got quite a bit of weight for it, actually, for a drink cup, because usually they're fairly plasticky. They're still made out of plastic, but it's very solid. So there's the Thunderbolts there. Nice gold top with the nice sturdy straw. So nothing, once again, nothing super over the top, but yeah, still pretty cool. Another cool collectible to have. Now, this was the thing that I mentioned before. This is the weird bit. So I don't know whether they classify this as a popcorn tin, a drink cup. It's got a straw. But if you may have noticed, obviously the thing is, I think you have to watch the movie to know what it means. But when you say the title, it says Thunderbolts, and then it's got an asterisk right next to it. So I think in the movie they reveal why there's an asterisk in there. So obviously, like, maybe you haven't, I know what it is, but if you haven't seen the movie, obviously I'm not going to spoil it or anything like that. But you got this big sort of plasticky container. Now, if you actually have a look at the top, so there's the big asterisk. Comes with the straw. So you can use it as a big drink cup. But this is the interesting part. So, I didn't realize it actually came across apart like that. So, the asterisk part actually, I didn't realize the top actually came out either. So the asterisk part actually comes out, so you can actually use, if I can get this back on with one hand, you could use that as a popcorn tin if you didn't want to. You got to be careful, obviously, because there's some sharp plastic edges. But you could basically use that as a popcorn tin and then just use this as a drink. So that goes back on like so. If I can get it back on, there we go. So I don't know, you'd feel a bit weird sort of sitting there in the cinema drinking out of an asterisk. But yeah, it's something a little bit different. Something, you know, a little bit more unique to the, you know, the movie collectible side of things. So, and then just the Thunderbolts written on the side there. So, yeah, so it's some interesting stuff. Like, me personally, I love the popcorn tins. I think the popcorn tins are like really cool. They're quite easy to store, obviously. If they, you know, obviously with the lids, it's a little bit harder. You take all the lids off, make sure that you know which one's for which. Most of the time you can tell anyway. And then you can obviously stack a whole pile of them in so you can store them quite easily if you don't have the room. But obviously once you start getting to, you know, this sort of stuff, it becomes quite a bit harder to be actually how to store that sort of stuff, so, or display it, so on and so forth. But that'll do for this particular video. Trying to get back into the swing of things. My energy levels are coming back slowly. So yeah, just trying to put out some more pre-recorded content, trying to get back into the swing of things, keep up my hours, keep up my videos, and obviously, yeah, show you guys some cool stuff. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Do all the usual YouTube stuff. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. Leave a comment if you want to. Most of all, please hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. Just click on it. Don't have to hit the notification bell. You can if you want. It's greatly appreciated if you do, but you don't have to. Just hit the subscribe button. As I said, doesn't cost you anything. Helps me out, and I, you know, greatly appreciate it. So anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and Spidey out.